I think that there's a good chance we might be finishing the game today. We'll see. Let me bring this up to full screen, and we'll play. It's been a while since I've played this game, so we'll see what's going on. Oh, there's Horace.
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling for a while. Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura go.
Okay. Well, let me get a Lacuna walkthrough up here, because yes, okay. Let me get my bearings. Sheets, news, email. Well, Metrovia, mining, selenium, yeah, okay. All right. So I think we're good. Hey, what's up, Squatch? How you doing? Happy Friday. Thanks for coming. And I'm submitting the sheet.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company. I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all.
I don't really understand what's going on.
Savians, hired guns,
Yeah, Dyson.
business people, all working for one man's false flag.
I'm doing okay. I just finished dinner myself.
What was he trying to accomplish?
And a nice fettuccine Alfredo.
The system into a war? I had talked to Dyson the morning
And you?
after Banny's death. He was still in Gara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him. But maybe we could have a chat first. Just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Hello? Morning, Mr. Dyson. This is Neil Conrad with the CDI. Phillips. Ah, Agent Conrad, how can I help you? There's something I'd like to talk to you about in person. Could we meet on the train that stops in Louisville in half an hour? Ooh, sushi. That sounds good. Yeah, food coma, right? I have an important call in 10 minutes. Could we make an appointment for tonight? This can't wait. If you insist, I'll tell my secretary to delay my call. Thanks. See you in a bit. Alright. I love the inside-out rolls, the best. Gotta have my cigarette. Looks like he's smoking cloves. Hey, Horace. What? Why can't I pet my frog? Alright. Now, I think we can talk to... I got a new email. Here we are. So we are 77% done. So I'm very confident that this game is wrapping up. Let's see what this email is all about. Okay. Breakfast. Good morning, Conrad. I'm taking a walk in the little park near your place this morning. You know the one. Once you leave the elevator, just keep going straight past the fountain. I'll be sitting down for a coffee near the gazebo. Come around if you want to join me. I'll be here for another hour or two. Best, Liam Campbell. Alright. I guess we'll talk with Liam. Alright. Going down the stairs. Is this the one? Is this it? Where's that? Nope, that's a train. Come on, where's that gazebo? Dumpling kitchen. I wouldn't mind.
My heart was pounding.
Oh shit. Okay. No, I want to get yeah.
Dyson really
Play. Alright. Well, we get to see everything from the beginning because I screwed up.
Ceiling for a while. Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura
That's
go.
right, Squatch. That's a good way to look at it. You said I like forgot where everything was. That's the problem. Alright, so now I got the sheet. Do the Liberators again. Yes, submit.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company. I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all. It was Drovians, Savians, hired guns, and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish? Stir up enough trouble to force the solar system into a war? I had talked to Dyson the morning after Banny's death. He was still in Gara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him, but maybe we could have a chat first, just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Yes, we've read this. Alright. Now, we check the emails. Okay, well. No, do we check the emails? No. Yes, yes. Ah, there we go. Okay. Little park near your place. Straight past the fountain. Okay, so I just go straight. I don't go down. Alright. Straight past the fountain. There's the fountain. Okay. Is this it? Nope. Gotta go through. Gazebo. There we go. Yeah, there's the chief. Morning, chief. Morning, Conrad. It's Campbell now. Right. You wanted to talk to me? Need you to give me your word that you won't tell anyone about our meeting today. Okay, you have my word. You're an excellent investigator, Conrad. You found out that the sniper shot at Banny was from the Sakura Hotel. You have a sharp mind. You found the sniper's boat in the harbor. That helped us track him down and retrace his escape. You figured out what Banny's murderer looked like. Thanks to that, we were able to catch him and his associate on George Plaza. And you determined who had started the Liberators video at the ad spot. That's why we could go after Moore and Cox so quickly. You know what makes you so good at your job? You're a loose cannon, but you're a damn good cop. I mean, you question just about anything. And in all my years at the CDI, I've never met a bigger skeptic than you. But that can also make your life harder if you want to climb the ranks of the CDI. However, if that doesn't concern you, you might want to have a closer look at the Sector 2 incident. I don't know exactly what they're trying to hide, but the data they're so desperately protecting has something to do with it. Who? Who's hiding something? The AG for sure, maybe just her. I think something happened back when she was the director of the CDI. She's been acting strange. The sudden decision to arrest Cox when she heard his name was the last straw. One more thing, Conrad. There was a security alert in the database. Some unauthorized connection from your cell. Whatever it was you were trying to do, I took the liberty of dismissing the alert. There's no more record of it. I have to go now. This will be the first evening without work I've had in a while. Thank you for meeting me. Good luck, Conrad. Alright, so we're home free. We're not, we didn't sell out our guy. We are good. Alright, so what's our objectives? We gotta enter the train. Train brain. Go down the train. Okay, now we can go.
My heart was pounding. Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath. At least I had a little time to think about what to say to him if he showed up.
Alright. Some train conversations. Should be a cool scene. Mr. Dyson. Good evening, Agent Conrad. This is an interesting setting for a chat. Let's get straight to the point. I have sufficient proof that you are part of, or even all of, the Liberators. That's a big accusation to throw around. What proof would that be? I know you hired mercenaries to kill Banny and to steal some data from the chief's cell. You also instructed Cox to broadcast the Liberator's message and to bomb the Corian church. If there's anything else going on that endangers people's lives, you need to tell me right now. If you are so sure of all that, why didn't the CDI just arrest me? I want to know why you did it. You're a Savian from Drovia. What's more, your company suffers financially from operating inside an unfree colony. You have all the reason to support the Drovian independence. I do support Drovian independence, but not for economic reasons. Don't you think that the status quo is unacceptable in a modern society? Gara forces us to hand over the fruit of our labor like we live in feudal times, only to resell it at an incredible profit. Your plan exploits and enslaves my people for its own financial gain. If that's how you see it, why did you create an anti-Sabian, anti-emancipation terrorist group? All Drovia needs to finally explode is a spark. I've provided just that. Did you read the news today? Drovian resistance is against its oppressors has never been stronger. So, you admit it. You did it to lend momentum and legitimacy to a Sabian revolution. To push public opinion on Drovia to a point where a secession war seems inevitable. But they were already negotiating. Why didn't you just support Banny on the summit? Joseph was in no position to change things. The whole summit was a big dog and pony show. I have no idea what that means. History teaches us that you can't obtain independence the peaceful way. If you want it, you take it. And a war is worth it for you, especially considering that Drovia is unlikely to win it. If a war is what it takes, we have to try. Besides, New Jorn will take our side, if any. You know, I'm not really buying your man of the people spiel. This is all about your company's bottom line. Think of me any way you want. It doesn't matter. The way I see it, I'm using my influence and money to fight for the right cause. Don't you think thousands of innocent lives are a prohibitively high price to pay? He looks really terrified. It's interesting you'd bring that up, being a CDI agent yourself. What are you talking about? The data I've been wanting to get my hands on. Did you have a look at it? No. It contains classified information about the Sector 2 incident, which also cost thousands of innocent lives. But just as importantly, Savians lost the right to a self-governed colony on Drovia. Yeah, it's a big dog and pony show. Gara cited a charter that it had made up for itself and launched an independent investigation, which identified major construction and security flaws as causes of the disaster. I'm familiar with the incident. What are you getting at? Those backwards Savians don't believe in real science, so they don't know how to build a safe colony. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? What if I told you that the colony was sabotaged by Gara? Don't be ridiculous. The operation was launched out of fear and greed. Savian colony on the biggest Tillium source in the system, free to trade with New Joran. Losing the Tillium race could have meant losing supremacy over the solar system at the time. Dudes be like, we're not gonna let that happen. Who are you talking about? A number of politicians and other elites. And of course the CDI is their executive force. Your Attorney General, Amelia Thorne, she was the director of the CDI at the time. So before you judge me, look at the people you work for and what they did. I know so many people who died or lost someone in the incident. So many more who lost their livelihoods. No! This is too big. So many people would have to stay quiet for it to stay a secret for so long. Well, it would come out, and not that many people know. Who knows the CDI? Does Gary know? The chief? The director? Everybody involved is retired by now except Mrs. Thorne. But some people must know. There are records of it. And Bob's your uncle. They'll see the light of day soon enough. I know that the mercenaries you hired are working on getting them back. They abducted my daughter and blackmailed me into helping them. I'm sorry to hear that. They did not act on my behalf when they took your daughter. Listen, Mr. Dyson. The mercenaries will free my daughter as soon as they get the money you promised them. I won't arrest you if you pay them now. You can arrest me. I might have to do some time, but I got the best lawyers in the system. What I care about is that the data becomes public. Get it and the mercenaries will be paid. Once they send it over, it will get leaked even if I'm in prison. I have people making sure of that. Doesn't matter what you care about. I want my daughter back. Pay them. Now. I would consider it, but I missed the window. The transaction expired. I see. You can go. So you see what I'm doing is right. I'm surprised. No, not quite. No more people can get harmed over this. The Liberators will never make another appearance. We have a deal. You have to answer a few more questions. Tell me, what do you know about Laura's abductors? What do you know about the people who took my daughter? Not much, to be honest. You probably figured out most of it already. They're a secret group of mercenaries. And they Yes, it really is. Like, I probably should not have let him go. They're a secret group. This is one bad day. And they run big operations through the whole solar system. If you want a higher profile job done, you go to them. Where's their HQ and where do they keep my daughter? I don't know. They're very secretive. They only meet you in public places or they come to you. I see. Tell me, what's Cox's role in all of this? I imagine bombing a church isn't something they can just pay any security company to do. Albert's parents were old friends of mine. The company was in charge of the security at Sector 2. They went bankrupt after the explosions. Some people put the blame for the incident on them. They're getting death threats to this day. I supported them and their son financially. As you can imagine, Cox has every reason to want revenge for what Gara did to his family. Why work with the mercenaries when you already had Cox's guys do your dirty work? But I don't even understand what's going on. Parts of the plan were out of his wheelhouse. I see. That's all for now. I have to get out of the next stop. If one other person gets harmed, you'll be screwed. I really hope my daughter is not dead now because I let him go. That was a really stressful choice. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Hello? This is Evelyn Moore. Did you find my husband? What is it? Did something happen to him? He didn't turn up. So I was right, wasn't I? He's not working with the Liberators after all. We're looking into it. What's that supposed to mean? Did you find him at Corian Hotel or not? Now's not a good time, okay? He promised to protect James. If something happens to him, please. Our son needs a father. Let's talk about it later. What did I do? Oh no. Did I screw something up? Where's Gary? There's Gary. Okay, Gary. Hey. You still don't know who's behind those fucking Liberators. Yeah. And we don't have any clue when and where that second attack's going down either. I'm starting to get nervous. I have a meeting with the press in a few minutes. We'll go over everything later. Roger that.
I was supposed to write a report on my findings in the Liberators case, but I wasn't able to concentrate for even a second. First, I needed to wait for my colleagues to go home to be alone with Saito. He always worked late. But then what? What if he refused to help me? The idea of having to force him was devastating. He was my friend, after all. When I finally managed not to think about it anymore, a much more dire thought crept up on me. Laura might die tonight. And if she did, it would be my fault.
Whoa. The data about the 1 took the place in 2 on 3. Oh man. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, come on, phone. One, two, three. Okay. 1 second. I'm just checking to see what the answers are. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Alright, let's talk to Saito. Where is Saito? Saito! Oh, that's a cool ship. I don't want to force you to do anything. You're my buddy. My buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me. Alright, let's see where he is. Saito? Saito? Something's up. He knows that something's up. He's hiding. No pressure. It's just your daughter's gonna die if you get everything wrong. Okay, come on, Saito. Saito. Where is Saito? Talk to Saito. Am I really supposed to leave? News, no. Come on, where's Saito? Where am I supposed to meet him? This is weird. Saito should be in there, in the building. Ah, yes. He'll be hiding in the stall. In the bathroom stall. He'll be hiding his feet so that I think no one's there, even though the door is closed. Investigation mode. What? Alright, let's see. Come on. Come on, Saito. I know you're somewhere. Saito. Come on, Saito. Squatch says you're in the bathroom. Gotta be somewhere. He's a big nerdy bald guy. Oh my. Am I going back up here? I was just up here. Okay, I just worked my way right back up to where I was. I saw nobody. Am I missing a place? I feel like I'm being very thorough here. He's not here. I'm going left. And he's not here. Then I go down. I go left. Is he here? No. It always psychs me out when that door opens. And he's not here either, I remember that. Is he here? Nope. No, wait. Is he hiding somewhere? Nope. There's moments of intense stress followed by lots of searching, and I can't go in this door. Okay. Can I go right? Nope. Oh, wait. I think I got it. Yeah. There he is. Okay. Potential for stress. Here we go. Hey, Saito. Neil, hey, you're working late. Listen, there's something I need to talk to you about. Of course, what's the matter? Saito, I'm sorry. Sorry? For what? Is everything alright? No, it's not. My daughter, Laura, was abducted, and the people who took her want something from me. I need your help to get it for them. What? Laura was abducted? When? By whom? By a group of mercs. Shit, I'm so sorry, Neil. What's the CDI's plan of action? To release some more quality games? The CDI? What do you think those people would do if I told the CDI about it? Wait, you didn't tell anyone else at the CDI? No. Look, we don't have much time. The mercs want me to help them get the data back that they stole from the chief. They managed to create a backdoor for the CDI to the CDI network. With all of its tremendously great and rare games. They can briefly alter the access rights to the folder they want from the CDI database. But they won't be able to retrieve it. That can only be done from a local computer. I'm noticing the camera's kind of going, like, moving around a little bit. That's kind of strange. It's creating tension. Kind of like they do in TV shows. But they won't be able to retrieve it. That can be done from a local computer. That's where you can come in. You're a sysadmin, right? You have to grant the request for access to a specific folder you're not usually able to see. And as you can see, I'm blocking the only exits, so you have no choice. They'll pull all the data from that folder to your local drive. Put it on the stick and give it to me. They made it clear it was not to be sent over the web. Okay, listen, holy fuck. I'll bring them the data and then I'll get Laura back. Neil, you realize that you can't trust those people, right? Why are you so convinced that they'll hold up their end of the bargain? If you want to save Laura, you have to ask the higher-ups at the CDI for help. Oh, Saito. I don't know enough about those people. No chance the CDI would be able to track them down in time. The hack will go down in 5 minutes. If I don't hand them the data tonight, they might kill her. I have an idea. Once they open up the folder thereafter, I might be able to locate the source of the back door. We'll explain to the others what's going on, and we'll raid the location before the handover is scheduled. We'll have Laura back before they find out that we never went through with the hack. Oh, that seems risky. Oh, what am I? Oh. Yeah, the 90s games pirates. They're stealing games with a Z. It's outrageous. Oh my goodness. What am I gonna do? Okay. Do I go through this idea? Or do I put a gun to his head? Oh boy. Oh god. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Looks like that's I don't know. If we do it that way, do we still get to retrieve the data in the folder? We won't need it. But if you can't trace them and don't get the data, we have nothing. No, okay, so no, no, it's too risky. I'll handle the data as planned. They expect me in an hour. Please, Neil, come to your senses. Those are criminals. You can't work with them. I'm not so sure anymore who the bigger criminal here is. What are you talking about? You know what? Do what you think is best, but I won't be a part of it. Please, don't make it complicated, Saito. I really need your help. Gun. I really don't want to do this. Really weird face right here. But you leave me no choice. Tell them it was all me, that I forced you to do it. But I beg you, get me the data. Are you insane? Fine, I'll do it. Put your gun down for the love of God. What is this data anyway? Why do they want it? I'm not sure, but I don't have time to explain. She's calling. Hey, Neil. I got your sheet. Already on your end? Yeah, we're ready. Good. We're searching that folder now. I'll tell you when you have access. Alright, there we are. You're good to go. Okay, I think Saito's retrieving the data. I got it. Good work. I'll see you at the handover. God damn, Neil. I'm really sorry, Saito. Hand me the stick. Please give me a little lead before you send them after me. I'd do the same for you. I really enjoyed working with you. I can't believe you betrayed us. I know, right? I'm out of a job. I need I don't know what, like, my resume is kind of reliant on this criminal investigation thing, and now I'm kind of not. I'm not gonna have a good reputation in that field anymore. Run. That's my objective. Run. maybe we'll have trouble finding a gig. Yeah.
I inserted the stick into my cell and opened up the folder. My heart was pounding. For a moment, it looked like the data wouldn't load, but then the files started appearing on the screen. Dozens, maybe hundreds of documents, messages, pictures, and videos. They were decades old. Most of them dated 1799 or 1800. Their confidentiality level was one I'd never seen before. This was the type of data the Garian network would instantly pick up and trace, both to its receiver and back to its sender. It made sense to physically hand-deliver it if one wished to remain anonymous. I didn't know where to begin, so I opened up the very first file in the list, the oldest one, with shaking hands. It was a document sent from someone at the Department of Commerce to the director of the CDI at the time, Emilia Thorne, now Attorney General in charge of the Justice Department. My eyes widened as I skimmed over the paragraphs. When I was done reading the letter, I checked the time. 20 more minutes. I sat down and opened up the second one, then the third. As the conversation went on, a plan was hatched between a handful of politicians, special interest groups from the private sector, and high-ranking members of the CDI. I didn't recognize most of the names. Some might have been pseudonyms. I stopped looking at the files halfway through and let my head sink onto the backrest. Even though they had used very careful language at first, the goal and purpose of the operation were abundantly clear. The failure of Sector 2 hadn't been an accident. Garians had plotted and engineered it to gain sole access to Drovia's resources, and given its strategic importance at the time, ultimately retained supremacy over the solar system.
So this is all about
My
energy.
head was spinning while I tried to figure out what all of it meant for the present, and for me. I had long doubted the integrity of the CDI. Was it still rotten to the core, or had things changed? I didn't know about any ongoing operations that were breaching interplanetary law, but then most agents at the time of the Sector 2 incident hadn't known either. And some of the things I did know about, I didn't want to think about them too much. Now what? On the one hand, the public had a right to know. The culprits had to be found and brought to justice. Reparations had to be paid to the affected families and businesses. On the other hand, if the truth came out, the liberators would win. Savient extremists might be emboldened enough to take control of the colony and declare independence. If that happened, Gar would send its ships, and New Joran might send theirs to back up their Savient brethren, and to finally gain access to the planet's Telanium, of course, if their side won.
I know, right?
Thousands even. Time was running out. I tapped the contact of a journalist I had met a while back.
I don't even...
I still hadn't made a decision when I heard the dial tone.
What is going
The
on?
data would probably go through if I decided to send it, but there was no way in hell it wouldn't be traced back to me. My heart was pounding so loudly in my ears that I almost didn't hear the voice on the other end.
This is Adrian Bowley with the Garian Gazette. How can I help you? How can I help you? Hello? Are you there? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm hanging up now. I have information for you. I have information for you. Who is this? I can't tell you. I'm sending you a data package now. It's flagged and will quickly be picked up and traced by the authorities. Your computer might be bricked. Back it up to an external drive as quickly as you can. Are you serious? Please confirm that you understand what I said. I understand. Good. The public needs to know this. Promise me that it won't get buried. Well, I'll have to look at it first. Please, I may not have a second chance to send it out. Did you get it all? Yeah, I got it. Okay, it's in your hands now. We are leaking. We are leaking it all. Achievement unlocked, couch potato. I guess that means we didn't get a gig. Alright, let's save Laura. Come on, my floppy hair. Oh no, here, okay. I got it. Agent Conrad, welcome to our meeting. Glad you made it. Hope you didn't have any trouble finding the place. No, where's my daughter? You'll see her in a second. Let's make sure we're on the same page first. You came here alone, unarmed, and without anyone else knowing? Yeah. And you have to stick with the data we demanded on your person. I got what you want. And lastly, once you and your daughter are out of here, you will not tell anyone about what happened ever. We won't. Very well, then we're good to go. If you would follow us down into the basement. The basement? Am I gonna get whacked? I'm getting whacked. Dad! Laura, I'm here now. It's going to be all right. Zora, you're up. Give me the stick. I need to check its contents. It's all there. What the? Everything all right? Yeah, just, I can't believe what I'm looking at. But we're good. This was the folder we targeted. Great. Thank you very much for helping us, Agent Conrad. You two are free to go. So that's it. You're just gonna let us walk out of here? We had a deal, didn't we? Stay quiet about it and enjoy the rest of your life. I trust you'll be true to your word. Zora vouched for you. Which is quite out of character, Zora. Mr. Conrad, if you act up, we'll consider our deal broken and we'll find you and your family. Thank you, Zora. Good luck, Laura. Let's go home. Hugs. All right. Well, at least Laura didn't die. Might have to move into the slums, but don't turn around. Keep walking. It's gonna be all right. You're safe now, okay? I kept up my end of the bargain, and they'll keep up theirs. Are you okay? Are you hurt? It's all over. Are you hurt? No. What? Why are we running in slow motion? Okay.
And that's it. The most tumultuous days of my life, and possibly in Garian history.
Whew.
Abbott Dyson is back on Drovia, and I seem to be the only person outside of the conspiracy who knows about his involvement in the terror attacks. So far, he seems to be staying true to his word and is discontinuing the Liberators. I wonder which one of us looks over their shoulder more often these days. Even though Dyson and Cox each lost a lot in the Sector 2 incident, I don't believe their actions were really driven by a righteous thirst for revenge. Almost all the people who have suffered and might still suffer from their actions had nothing to do with Gara's past crimes. Ultimately, Dyson had tried to start an interplanetary war in hopes of increasing his profit margins, and he might still succeed in it.
I have no idea what went on in this game, but I had fun. Yeah.
The data I leaked sent a shockwave through the solar system. The source of the leak was quickly discovered, and the CDI not only fired me on the spot, but also tried to scrub me from their records and made all sorts of claims to discredit me. The Garian state scrambled to spin the narrative on the Sector 2 incident, but the data was authentic and unambiguous. 40 years ago, the Savient colony on Drovia had been sabotaged in a secret operation initiated by a handful of Gyara's top politicians, economic elites, and the CDI under the leadership of Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General and leader of the Garian Department of Justice. It became clear to me why she had tried to hide the data, fired the chief when he got too close, and ordered the arrest of Cox when she realized who he was. She is currently awaiting trial, along with a number of mostly retired politicians who were implicated in the conspiracy. Lara is free again and seems to be doing okay, but I wonder every day about the scars this experience has left behind. Even though I know I'm not directly to blame, I will never forgive myself for inadvertently dragging her into all this. As for me, I am free again, as free as I was before, but my life is forever changed. Catherine and I are dating again, however crazy that sounds. Things are so different now. The world is so different that maybe something good can come of it again.
Well, that's good at least.
And finally, Zora. Easily the strangest person I've met in my life. Despite the terrible things she did, I'm grateful for her help when it really counted. I don't know if there is a path of redemption for her, but vouching for me might have been her first step towards it.
Late in the
Oh, a song.
the lights are still there, ever unchanging.
Oh, wow.
They shine unaware. The sea is above me.
GG indeed.
The waves
Probably, and I don't really understand, but I don't really understand the, voice, the story anyway. What is this? Oh my goodness. Oof. I mean, we got the good ending. There's probably an ending where Laura's dead, and we're dating still that lady. And then there's one where she lives, but we're not dating. I don't know. I think that's how it differs. But that's Lacuna. So I guess I hope everybody who saw this had a good time. I will chat with you, Squatch, in the chat room. Let me just set up this video. Everybody, I hope you all had a good time. Lurkers, everyone, We will be back next Wednesday with Norco. I'm really excited for that. That's going to be an incredible game. And so don't miss it. In any case, let's quit out of this. And